G'day, Paul. How are you?
Good, Adam. How are you? Good to be here, mate. Thank you.
Paul is from No Bank, which is a non-bank business and commercial finance specialist. He has more than 20 years of experience helping Australian business owners, builders, developers, and investors secure funding when the traditional banks say no. How's that for an intro?
That sounds like a perfect intro. Thank you. I know it's a bit
Fantastic.
of a mouthful, but yeah, we've got to get it out there, don't we?
Exactly. So tell us, what is No Bank?
So basically, we're a purpose-built or purpose-designed company to help primarily Australian SMEs with non-bank and alternative finance solutions. So we're there for the companies that don't fit the mold of the traditional lender.
Brilliant, brilliant. And so various alternative business solutions or finance for various business solutions.
Yes, exactly right. So we have over 200 funding sources.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising how many non-bank sources there are out there. So they're all non-bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we can cover anything from the people that are looking at unsecured loans. So that's like a capital injection into your business, debtor finance, trade finance, equipment finance, development construction, short-term, mid-term, long-term, commercial loans. So loans that are primarily for commercial and business purpose. That includes residential property as well.
Okay. For business purposes?
Mainly for business purpose, yeah. So in Australia, you have non-code and code. Code is consumer and non-code is business and commercial. So we're looking more after the non-code space. I can do the other,
Sure.
but my preference is to look after that one niche.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ordinary finance brokers out there who deal with the major lenders. So I guess from my perspective, what is unique about what No Bank does is that it's truly alternative and it's outside the mainstream retail banks that everyone knows.
Yeah, see, banks are there for their purpose, and people go to the banks because they're big names and they understand and they're growing up with them. And we're not here to try to take over their space. We're just here, like we say, we're here to give people alternative solutions. There are better solutions out there, and there are more suited solutions out there, rather than putting everybody in the one box. So that's why we're there. Like if somebody can go to the bank, I'm quite happy to say to them, you really should go to the bank. If you've got time up your sleeve and, you do fit their mold, then go to the bank. You're not going to get it any cheaper than a bank. So that's the biggest sort of misconception that people have, because they get very rate focused. They'll ring us up and say, what's your rate? We're not rate focused. We're solution based. And anything outside of the bank is going to be, is in most circumstances will be dearer. So if you're rate focused, better off just sticking with the bank if you fit with their criteria.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think one extraordinary service that you provide is really the time factor. Yeah.
So people mainly come to us because they're after a quicker solution. So we're very we look for the path of least resistance. And what I mean by that is the way that it can be done a lot quicker is they may not have all the criteria that a bank requires, or maybe not the financials, or, maybe you don't have to be in, a job for so long, or because you're in a business, you don't have you don't have everything in order. There's all sorts of reasons and different ways that we can look at things. But it's all about speed. So I can give you a couple of examples if you like for speed.
I'd love some case studies.
Okay, so recently, for all the tradies out there, we had a chap who is a sole trader. He's been running as a sole trader for quite a while. Excuse me, a bit of hair. He did fence. He does fencing, and he wanted to buy himself a small excavator to ramp his business up. And he got knockbacks everywhere he went. So he had some tax debt. And as I said, he was a sole trader, and he's not a homeowner. So he sort of fit in no box as far as the bank goes, and many other lenders. But we had a lender that looks at this a lot differently. They were okay with the tax debt. They look at just the machine and his turnover, and what that machine would do for him in the future as well. and they were quite happy to get it for him. So we got him the equipment. I actually spoke to him yesterday. His business is going from 40,000 a month turnover to 80,000 a month turnover because of that machine, and now he's thinking of his next machine to start expanding the business even more. And he's only
Brilliant.
been as a company for since November. So that's one solution. We had a very, very fast one last year. We had a large site in Brisbane for a chap who was running at the time. He had a private lend, and when he got to the end of the term, they would charge him default if he wasn't out. His lender let him down, who was the takeout strategy. They come to us and they said, we've got about 7 days to get this together, and it was $15 million. $15 million. And so we worked, day and night. We worked with the lender, who's not it's a managed fund. So it's not like they're a very big lender. So the rate that we got was fantastic compared to what he was on. And we were ready to settle in 5 days, but the client still had some things to do, so we settled on the 6th day. So we got him his money, and he was very, very happy.
Just brilliant. Oh, isn't that fantastic? So, guys, anyone who needs commercial finance, even if it feels totally messy, Paul is the man to chat to about any of this. If you've got tax problems or just anything at all, and obviously when your banks turned you down, Paul might have a solution, and it's worth sending him an email or picking up the phone and giving him a call. So, Paul, we'll put the links to your site and profile with all your contact details below. And welcome to the panel. Great to have you on the team. Really looking forward to talking more about different solutions for the guys in this space.
I appreciate that, Adam. The best way to explain what we are is finance engineers, okay? I have an engineering background. We're going to engineer a solution for anybody that comes to us. So appreciate it, and, have a great day to your whole audience.
Fantastic. Thanks, Paul.